It's been 10 years since we first shared the story of a young man dealt a bad hand at birth who has truly made the best of his life. Tonight, we're happy to report that Tony Armstrong is making the best even better. We'll share his update in a moment, but first, Boyd Huppert reintroduces us to Rockin' Tony.
Our story begins with a roll.
Good morning. Welcome to the Salvation Army.
Roll and roll.
Do you remember well? Wow!
And rock.
La, 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 la.
Despite appearances, no one has spiked the Geritol.
Rockin' Tony!
Stop on my blues, ain't you?
It's just Tony Armstrong
Wow!
at Maplewoods Salvation Army.
Well, where home could my baby be?
Once a week, people living with brain injuries, strokes, and Alzheimer's get Tony
You ain't another body,
because Tony gets them.
I really didn't know if he would live or die. It was really that bad.
Me, oh Lord, won't you leave me?
Tony was born with severe neurological problems. His parents given little hope.
They told me that he probably would never talk and never walk.
Hey, melody,
But the doctors didn't say a thing about this.
They love him.
Yeah.
Folks will look on the calendar and see which day Tony is coming and switch their days so that they can be sure to be here.
Turns out the young man dealt the worst of hands. Had one ace in the hole.
This is where it started, definitely.
For years, Tony stood on the stage at the feet of his father, who played for the 50s tribute band, the White Sidewalls. Brian Armstrong knows it's not easy for a son labeled special needs to watch classmates get their driver's licenses and leave for college while he stayed home.
I struggle in my life. You know, there's some days where I just wake up and I just can't take it. And, you know, I suffer from anxiety, from depression.
Rockin' Tony!
But when I step on that stage, thank you very much. How you doing? Everything goes away. Well, the Salvation girls are really the most.
Tony's now beginning
You too.
the second year of his Salvation Army and nursing home tour.
He's able to connect with everybody.
But I can't help falling in love with you.
What we got going here is more than we could ever have dreamed of.
Daydream believer.
If ever you doubt that every person has a purpose, think of Tony.
Pretty woman, the kind of lies to me.
I am extremely proud. Yeah.
Rock, the role of his life. Boyd Huppert, KARE 11 News, Maplewood.
Oh, thank you very much.
Well, you'll be happy to hear that Tony didn't stop performing after we aired his story in 2015. In fact, 10 years later, he's picked up the pace. Tony's currently doing about 20 gigs a month, mostly at adult day programs throughout the entire Twin Cities area. And in between, he picks up some nursing home gigs, too. From time to time, Tony also joins 3 other people with cognitive disabilities in a band called the Positones. Now 32, Tony's still happiest when he's on a stage. Oh, what a feel-good story. I'm really glad to hear
Yeah.
that. He's still at it.
Yeah, good for him. Good for him.
Absolutely.